Morning, guys and gals. Froggy here. This is my 2004 IS 300 first generation, and what I've got for you today is a problem with the trunk not opening. Usually I'm able to open the trunk either with the release here that's next to the driver right there, and as you can hear, you cannot hear, nothing's happening with the trunk. And I should be able to take the master key and open it up with the master key. And I don't want to turn that too hard because it's pretty easy to break these keys. It's not turning. Now, I can, however, open it with the remote. I thought I could. Hold on. There, yeah. It opens with the remote. It should open up with all three. So I started troubleshooting it. I want to give a shout out to Jason on my IS forum for helping me troubleshoot this problem. The first thing I thought of was fuses. I didn't know which fuse was located, which fuse was the correct one for the trunk. I thought it might be an electrical problem, and as it turns out, it is electrical in a way. But I went to the owner's manual, and they have a section on fuses. There's about almost 50 fuses in this car, but not one of them says trunk release. So it ends up, Jason told me that the fuse is the number 4 fuse on the driver's panel, fuse panel, and it's marked door. So the driver's fuse panel is right here. I'm not going to take the cover off. I already put it back on. So I pulled that number 4 fuse out of there and looked at it, and it looked good. So I put my thinking cap back on, and I said, well, if the fuse is good, yeah, I may or may not be getting power. I couldn't tell if it was getting power because the wires are behind the fuse panel. Anyway, I started thinking mechanical. So what I did was I went back to this key, and the key, you know, it's stuck. It should be able to move clockwise, counterclockwise. It's stuck. I could get it in and out, so I took it out and I lubricated. Used some of this Tri-Flow. It's like a non-greasy sort of a lubricant. I've used it in locks before. It doesn't build up any grime or works at high temperatures, cold temperatures, so it's pretty good stuff. I think it's for chains on motorcycles. But anyway, I used that, and then I reinserted this key a few times, and I gently tried to turn it, and it would go in and out, but it wouldn't turn all the way. So I thought to myself, let me try another key. This is a key that I got cut because these Lexus keys tend to break here and here just from constant use and a bad design. So I got this old key which doesn't even have a circuit board in it, and I tried that, and sure enough it turns, and I was able to open the trunk with the key. So I took the key out, and I decided to closely examine the two, and I also started looking at my owner's manual. What I found in the owner's manual was a page about luggage security system. The luggage security system is a way that you can lock your trunk and then give a valet or somebody who works for a hotel, give them the non-master key, and they can drive the car around, but they can't get in the trunk. They can't use the lever next to the driver, and they can't use the valet key either to get into the trunk. So I was thinking that, you know, maybe the thing was stuck in luggage security system mode, because I was able to open it up with this old key but not with the new key. So I examined the keys very closely, and right here on the not the very tip, but where the actual key starts, I found that it's kind of ramped up on the old key, but the new key had a sharp edge. So I'm thinking that very small difference is what makes this key go only one direction to put luggage security system on, but it won't go the other direction to turn it off. And this old key works in both directions. So I'm going to take my Dremel and I'm going to try and ramp this a little bit on both sides so that it will it'll work like the old key did. That ended up being what the problem was this new key that I had cut. So my lesson, I guess, is when you get a new key cut, try it everywhere. Don't just try it in your ignition, try it in all your door locks, try it in your trunk. And if it doesn't work, have the guy who's cutting the key finesse it a little bit and try to, you know, cut it a little bit more or fine-tune it and make sure that it's going to work everywhere. So that's all Froggy's got for you today. I can get back in the trunk now. Everything's working. Everything's good. I'm going to spend a little time detailing the car today, just because it's a beautiful day. And well, there's my SUV. That needs detailing too, but that's a lot more work than this one. So anyway, that's all from Froggy. If this helps you out, give me a thumbs up. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. It's free, guys and gals. See you later. Bye-bye. Well, I tried taking the Dremel to these little leading edges here, and that didn't seem to help anything. The only other thing I can think of is on the original key, there's one ridge right here. Let me give you a close. There's a peak or a ridge right there, and this one seems a little bit lower on the new key that I had cut. And of course I can't very well add metal to that, so I'm just going to leave it alone. It's all working now, except this one key won't go into and out of the luggage security mode. But we can get in and out of the trunk. As long as you don't put it in luggage security mode, you're not going to have a problem. So that's it. I gave it a shot, and there's a limit to what you can do with a Dremel compared to a real key cutting machine. So there you go. See you later. Froggy out.